Hey, what's up you guys? Michelle here, and today I wanted to do a little video kind of demystifying tofu. There are a bunch of different types of tofu out there, and they're all made for very different purposes. And I know when I first went vegan, I was really confused about what type to get: firm, extra firm, silken. There was just so many options and I couldn't figure out which one I needed for which specific purpose. So I thought I'd do a little video kind of sharing what I've learned with you guys. Okay, so I'm going to show you 4 different types of tofu today. Really closer to 3 types. These are the 3 main types that I use in my weekly life. The 2 most common that I use, well, I almost always use extra firm. If you're going to be using tofu for a stir fry or any dish where you're cooking it up and you want it to be kind of chewy and not totally fall apart, you're going to want firm or extra firm tofu. And they come in 2 different types of sort of packaging. There's these that are vacuum packed, and they're a little bit, like you can feel in the package, they're pretty firm. They've kind of been pressed more. And then there's this type. These are both sort of the same, both different brands of organic extra firm tofu. This one comes in just 1 hunk and this in 2 if you don't eat as much and you want to save some for another time when you're cooking. These are packaged in water, so you open them up and you drain them, and you can press them if you want or sort of squeeze out the water and then slice them up or crumble them up and use them in your dish. So both of these are versions of firm tofu, and usually they're mostly interchangeable. They just give a little bit of a different texture and mouthfeel, so it's really up to you. I used to use this one for almost everything because I liked that firmer, tougher tofu, but I'm really liking these ones lately. So when I make tofu scramble or just like a veggie stir fry and throw in tofu, I'll take the extra firm packaged in water, and I'll cut it into little tiny cubes and then throw it into whatever dish I'm cooking. So this, I'd say, is the most common. When a dish calls for tofu or a recipe calls for tofu, if they're not distinguishing, always go for the extra firm. If you like chewier, go for this vacuum packaged one. And if you like them a little bit squishier, softer, go for the kind that's packaged in water. Okay, the next type of tofu is a completely different situation, and this is silken tofu. Now, this is also called firm silken tofu, but this is actually going to be found not in the refrigerated section. This is shelf stable. They come in these little packages, and this, if you take this out of the package, it will almost disintegrate in your hands. It is so soft, and what this is used for is in like kind of cream sauces, and you can put it in smoothies. What I usually use it for is like puddings and kind of thick creamy desserts. You blend it and it just turns into thick cream basically that tastes like nothing until you add a bunch of flavors. So if you blend this with like chocolate and a sweetener, you're gonna get a nice pudding consistency. I would never get this if I were gonna put it in a stir fry or a dish, because the tofu would just kind of like fall completely apart, but it does have its use. And usually you'll find this in the grocery store in kind of like an ethnic section, or if they have an Asian section, you might find this there. Okay, so those are all the types of tofu I use. They also have soft tofu that's packaged like this, and it's just, if you really like soft tofu, squishy, soft tofu that kind of melts in your mouth, go for that. It's just a little bit harder to cook with, because if you're trying to get it to keep its shape or like stir frying it around, it's all gonna break apart. So that's why I like the firm or extra firm. All right, hope this was helpful for you guys. I wish someone had made a video like this 10 years ago when I went vegan, because I had no idea what I was doing in the tofu department, and now it's become one of my favorite foods. Let me know down below what type of tofu you like, how you like to use tofu in recipes, or if you've never tried this stuff because you think it's gross, in which case I hope you give it a shot, because tofu is amazing once you give it a chance. That's all for now. Let me know down below what videos you want me to make in the future, and I would love to make those for you. Have a beautiful day, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Hit subscribe so you stay tuned to my next videos. Hit that bell, because YouTube is like super particular about what you need to do to be able to see the content these days. And I will see you next video. Bye. Mwah.